Hey y'all, thanks for joining my channel.
This castle resides in Almodóvar del Río. It's a province of Córdoba, Spain. The castle was built in the year 760.
It's most famous for appearing in an episode of Game of Thrones. Before we tour the castle, I'd like to introduce my cousins. They were with me during this trip. We had a family vacation at a private country house. My name's Allison. I am half Spanish and half American. As a bilingual, I'll speak in English, but I'll leave Spanish subtitles below. We're going to take a tour of the house now because why not? I'd like to show you around. There was a pool, but also there's just such beautiful fauna and flora around. I really enjoyed my time there, and my cousins are awesome. Alright, so let's start the road trip. We drove from where we were staying up to the castle, which was about a 10-minute drive.
Porque como sea encima unidireccional y te encuentres con un coche de frente.
We parked down below and then you were able to walk up to your own content. Really, there wasn't many signs telling you where to go, so it was kind of cool figuring out where exactly the entrance was. One of my first impressions while we were walking up, since the castle was built on a hill, it just seemed like archers could have been throwing bows at us if they wanted to in the olden days. My cousins pointed out the famous balcony that's shown in the episode. I believe it's season 7. My sister joined us as well, so in total there was a group of 4 of us. So right away they showcase how the castle was used in Game of Thrones. Our first instinct was to walk around the railings on the outskirts of the castle.
I mean, this tree is just absolutely gorgeous. It extends out.
And you could see these beautiful views residing over the town. We probably did around a 360 around the castle, walking around those railings before we noticed that there wasn't anything else inside in terms of, rooms. I haven't personally kept up with the show Game of Thrones. It's just never particularly taken my interest.
Hello, we're in the Castillo.
Yeah, at this point I didn't realize that there was going to be a lot more rooms inside the castle. I was really excited and wanted to film almost everything. So once you walk around the railings, you'll find yourself in the middle of the castle, and that's where this entire plaza that looks like it's from Sword Art Online shapes up. You start seeing all the emblems walking through. So the first room that I found was the big dining hall. And also this chapel that had a dome. So after you walk through the plaza and the main floor, then you can start to go up the stairs and find yourself in different corners. I guess they're called different wards or different wings of the tower. And that also has a 360 pathway, so you can go up each tower and find different rooms. So I ended up going all the way to the top of one tower. So once you go up, you're basically at the same height of all the other wings of the tower, but it was giving me vertigo.
It is honestly quite terrifying to be this high up. Now the stairs are kind of freaky in themselves because they kind of remind me of like a ghost tower. To go down all these stairs. It's kind of freaky. Ready? So honestly, y'all should share some of your favorite ghost stories because I feel like this castle could very well be haunted. You hear all sorts of noises, and there's these tiny, tiny windows. Oh my god!
The windows are really small. It seems like you could shoot an arrow out of that. I guess that's maybe what the purpose of those are. Yeah, so you end up in different rooms and they have expositions laid out, like the clothing and the model of the castle.
It's like a birthday cake.
And finally, you find yourself where they're showcasing all the swords and weapons that they use in different eras. Oh, there's my cousin and my sister. We kind of separated and we all joined together to visit the rest of the castle together.
¿Quieres que grabe Claudia mientras...?
No.
Ay, que está el temporizador, mierda. ¿Cómo se quita? Aquí.
Personally, I guess I'd love to train how to combat with swords. Is that too much of a pipe dream? Or is it reasonable?
¿Cómo lo haría de verdad? Es lo que estoy pensando.
Pues una pierna para ejercer presión, la otra para apoyarse. Esto parece que va a cagar, Claudia.
Aquí sí.
Es en plan, una abajo y otra arriba así para... Ahí.
Pulling the Excalibur sword. That sword was concrete. Makes for a good photo. Okay, here we are, 30 minutes before the castle closing, and we find the specific area where there's a battle scene in Game of Thrones that we wanted to reenact, my cousins and my sister and I. And of course we had to do that before we left. Why not?
Venga, ponerse todo, que yo... Vale, voy a mirar cómo te... Ponte tú, Ali, un segundo. Yo voy un poquito sin tapar la cara. Ya. Venga, Ali, ponte. Voy a verla, espera, estarse quieto. Pues se ha salido mal. Ha salido muy bien.
A ver.
Está muy guay y además sale muy bien claro, o sea que no te tapo nada.
Dios, me encanta.
Está
Vamos a
muy
que le haga la
guay.
foto a esto para poner con cara.
Oye, pues hay otra escena en la que hay más muertos. Ay, me encanta, la voy a subir,
So once we walked back down the hill, there's a little bar that we could sit and wait and watch until the tower lights went up at night, and we did that, and then we went back home. It was a really cool experience. I have to say it was around maybe like 10 or 20 euros to enter. But overall, it was such a worth it experience. It was so fun thinking about how people would have had to live through these times, and this was their home. It's very exposed. It gave kind of a dark, edgy, like creepy vibe to it. If I could go there again, I would want to dress up and cosplay a character. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this. Thank you so much. And oh yeah, comment ghost stories if you have any, specifically castle ghost stories. Alright, bye.